It's o'clock at 5 o'clock. This is On the Hour.
On the Hour.
Such is politics. It's a painful business.
On the Hour.
What you mustn't do in politics is listen to people.
It's a painful business.
On Radio 4.
Such is politics.
Let us be proud of what we have accomplished.
On the Hour with Christopher Morris.
I'm Christopher Morris, and it's hello. The main stories on the hour tonight.
The headlines.
Is Linda Chalker false? No bones left in Europe, says scientist. And how tall is the royal family?
On the Hour.
Plus, coming up, Margaret Thatcher confirms that she is to replace Sylvester McCoy as the new Doctor Who.
It has to come sometime to make way for someone else, and I think this was the right time to do it.
And Foreign Secretary Douglas Hurd explains why he's glad McCoy is to go.
He's an appalling failure, and he's committed many crimes.
And the news tonight is read by the continuity announcer.
The government has announced exceptions to the restricted ownership of dangerous dogs. It will now be legal to keep a pit bull terrier unregistered, provided it is less than 8 inches long. Full-sized animals are also to be allowed if they've been fitted with a rubber skull, and experts are looking at ways of teaching them to eat with a straw.
The news. And we've been ringing round veterinary surgeries to find an expert to comment on the effects of putting a rubber skull into a dog. To discuss the issue, with me on the other end of this telebalance unit is John Wills.
Ian Wills, actually, but...
Right. How effective would the new rubber jaw be?
Well, if the jaw is rubbery, then obviously the dog is going to be able to do less damage.
Wouldn't be able to bite a child's face off, then?
Well, unless the upper jaw and lower jaw are both rubbery, and I rather...
Rubbery.
The upper teeth, one imagines, could still do a fair amount.
It's to do with you. What about shaking itself dry?
Yes, one can see all sorts of problems. If it's really rubbery, it's going to end up knocking itself in the eye with its lower tooth. If the lower jaw is waving about too freely, and then it shakes itself,
flapping.
Who knows what's going to happen.
On the Hour, modern yet palatable news presentation.
The news. A United Nations delegation in Iraq has uncovered another threat to world safety. In a secret factory near Baghdad, they discovered Saddam's henchmen with a lidded pan of hot water on a burning gas stove. Had we failed to uncover this pan, said a spokesman, it could have boiled over, seriously scalding someone's inner wrist, or put out the pilot light, creating a nasty gassy smell. And now sport.
This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge. Cricket, and a shock result at Lord's today when Glamorgan defeated Middlesex. I spoke to Graham Gooch in the pavilion.
Well, Graham Gooch, all out for 36. That was quick, you must be pleased.
No, it's the lowest score on record, actually, Alan. We're very disappointed.
I heard talk in the shower room that you had trouble in the groin department.
No, my groin is functioning 100%, thank you, Alan. 100%.
Golf news now. And the British Open reached its climax this afternoon at Turnberry. I spoke to Seve Ballesteros in the clubhouse.
Seve Ballesteros, it's all over, you're back in the bar. What went wrong?
Oh, well, nothing go wrong. I don't think you quite understand the principle of golf, which is that if I hit less shots, I'm back in the clubhouse very quickly. It's very good.
A lot of people been talking about your groin strain. I understand there's been a few snags, a few stretches there.
What people is this who are talking about a strain? Because it's not true.
Seve Ballesteros. Over at Hickstead for the show jumping now, and I grabbed a few moments with Lucinda Green.
Lucinda Green, you stayed on your horse all the way round. You must be pretty chuffed.
Well, I stayed on, but I had a very low score, so I'm feeling I can do a lot better next time, I hope.
Yeah, but still, you hit all the right fences. One thing that sort of troubles me is your groin strain. How bad is it? Any torn ligaments? I've been told it's a bit like a guitar string snapping.
No, I don't have any strain of that sort.
Surely the taking off the landing, there must be a strange kind of pressure on the groinal area. I was wondering how you cope with the impact.
Yeah, I think you've got the wrong rider. I don't have any groin strain at all.
How do you deal with the inevitable muscular spasms and pains that must rack the groinal area?
I don't have any pain whatsoever.
I love the sense of humour you got there. Listen, have a can of Ralgex on Alan Partridge. I'll spray it on. Thanks.
On the Hour, never balks at issues from which other news programs might well shrink.
Our extended feature package today has been supplied by the Consumer Unit, who are on the 4th floor. It's hosted by James Tinker. Your Things. It's to do with you. Good morning, and a very good morning to you. From me, Jimmy Tinker, saying good morning. And me, Maureen Youb. Good morning to you, Maureen. And I'd like to say welcome aboard, everybody. Nice to have you about the craft. Good morning. And of course, good is what it's all about on Your Things. Doing good. In fact, on my way in, I came across an old man wearing rags and drinking Brasso from a tin. And although I was in a terrific rush for this mess of a programme, I did actually find time to kick the tin from his mouth and give him a few sensible thoughts on what a bad example he was setting the children. Doing good, goody, 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 good, good, good. JT and Maureen Youb with Your Things. Haven't had a lot to do this morning, have you, Maureen? Well, no, now it's time in the programme for the bit we call Peasants, where we allow you, the public, to have a go at righting some wrongs. And here to deal with it is our peasant captain, John Cartridge. Good morning, John. How's John? Good morning, James. Arthur. Good morning. Our first peasant wrote to us with a complaint about yoghurt pot morality. After some cajoling, I actually got her to read it out herself so that she felt really in charge. And here's how we got on. Hello, peasant. Read this.
OK. Dear peasants, although I'm a shallow, pated proletarian imbecile, brackets listen to how badly I'm reading, I've managed to come up with a question. What's happened to the flange on yoghurt pots? It used to be possible to reseal them by carefully crimping the foil lid back over the rim. Now the lips completely disappeared and the top's made of plastic, which you couldn't bend properly even if you bloody well wanted to. Can't anything be done? Yours, Brian Sell.
And so we set out to solve the problem. And it wasn't too long before we found a yoghurt pot man, a Mr. Dullard, and started asking him questions.
Right, Mr. Dullard, what can you tell us about yoghurt pots?
Well, they seem to be better than what it was before, to my point, you know.
Right, I'll do this, but you're obviously struggling. What can you tell us about the flanges on yoghurt pots?
Well, no, you can do nothing, really, you know.
Are you not avoiding the issue?
No, you know, it's satisfied with the...
Could you put that gun away?
Pardon?
Stop hitting me with that bit of lead, ow.
Well, no, I don't see nothing, no.
Well, understandably, after that spectacular botch job from the peasant, there was very little I could do to rescue the situation. Sorry, peasant, it looks like you messed that up.
Well, at least I got a chance to air my views. That's the important thing.
No, it isn't. I am. Now go away.
Righto, thanks very much all the same.
Yeah, go. Off you go.
Thanks very much then. Goodbye.
And thanks very much indeed to John Cartridge. And that's what we've got time for this week on Your Thing. So, it's goodbye from me, JT, and it's goodbye from Maureen too. Goodbye.
Us and thee, you and we, the philosophy of the BBC. The premise that makes this programme tick is that we are clever and you are thick. And we never for a moment stop to contemplate how being caring on the radio makes us look great. And we're very concerned about all your problems, because if they ever got solved, we'd lose our jobs.
On the Hour, the world in a tablet.
In 13 seconds' time, prayer desk, but first, the Polish philosopher Kosowary Ludes died today, aged 89. He advanced the controversial idea that government should always be regarded as culpable in its relation to the individual, but will perhaps be best remembered for his 1960s novelty record, Mr. Twaddle's Enchanted Gloves.
The Lord is like a dishwasher, and we are like some dirty plates. But it's God's love that washes us, not water, and God is an omnipresent, all-seeing force, not a time-saving household appliance.